We are back in the beautiful city of Detroit, here to go on a restaurant tour, some restaurants you have to check out in 2025. Hey everyone, Scott Man, and make sure not to watch this video on an empty stomach. I absolutely love coming down to Detroit. Detroit has all kinds of great restaurants. And again, as I was saying, these are restaurants you absolutely have to check out in 2025 and even beyond 2025 too. Let's not forget about that. It's not just this year, but I'm excited to check out some more restaurants all around the Detroit area. And we're gonna be starting off by heading that way over into Corktown, which is Detroit's oldest neighborhood. We're gonna be revisiting an old favorite in this one, but we'll make sure to cover some new restaurants too. All right, we have made it over to Detroit's Corktown neighborhood. One of my favorite neighborhoods here in Detroit. A lot of great history, and of course, just love the brick roads that they have here on Michigan Avenue. Not really happy that they're considering removing the bricks here on Michigan Avenue for an upcoming project, but that's a whole different story. But we're standing in front of Brooklyn Street Local, a fantastic place here in Detroit where you can get some great brunch. Detroit has a lot of great brunch spots, and this is one of them. In fact, I previously had been here like 3 years ago in a different restaurant tour that was specifically for Corktown, but I want to give it some exposure again this time because it has some great food, especially brunch. So we're gonna head across the street and get some great food. Great way to kick off this restaurant tour. So what's cool here is that you can either eat inside, or if it's nice out like it is right now, you can eat outside. You got a nice little patio area. So as I was saying, this is a popular spot for brunch, although you can get some other type of food too. But what really is catching my eye right now is their poutines. I got a breakfast poutine today. Has some fries, bacon, some beef gravy, cheese curds, of course, and then a sunny side up egg. This looks quite heavenly. So at this place, you can either order at the bar, or you can order by a QR code, and then it'll just bring the food out to you. So you basically pay at the bar, or you pay online, and then just bring the food out to you, and then you just head out after you're done eating. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and dig into this here. Might have to blow on this. I think we're good.
No, I know.
This is very heavenly. The eggs cooked very well. Fries are nice and warm, although it's cooling down fast because I am eating outside, but this is spectacular. Great way to start the day, and also a great way to start the restaurant tour. Amazing stuff. That was quite good, I have to say. What a great way to kick off this restaurant tour. That breakfast poutine was just the way to start. It was phenomenal. Like they do such a great job with the food there. All kinds of great breakfast items. Of course, they also have like omelets of the day too, which you can get. They got pancakes, and there's also non-breakfast foods too, so you don't have to get breakfast. But fantastic food. So you definitely check out, or you have to check out Brooklyn Street Local here in Corktown at the corner of Michigan Avenue and Brooklyn. All right, so we're just getting started here, so stay tuned for the next restaurant. And we're here at our second restaurant here in the restaurants in Detroit you have to check out here in 2025. And we are back in Midtown, one of my favorite areas of Detroit. I kind of said that about Corktown, but Midtown is another personal favorite of mine. All kinds of fantastic restaurants in this area. And we're gonna go to one I have never been to before. So we're standing in front of the Peterboro, which is a Chinese restaurant here in what used to be known as Chinatown here in Detroit. You could tell by the sign that we saw on our way over in here. So the Peterboro is located almost next door to the Detroit Shipping Company, which is a fantastic spot. One of my favorite places to go in Detroit for food and for a good time. But we're gonna get some Chinese food at the Peterboro. Heard some good things about it, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it out and see what it's like. All right, so here inside, got here a little early before a lot of other people would arrive, but yeah, nice interior in here. Love the decor in here. So they got all kinds of great small plates and big plates. A lot of great Chinese classics and some really cool items. So getting a couple of their small plates today. The first one, I'm getting a classic here. This is a staplety here. These are the cheeseburger spring rolls. So you got egg rolls, of course, with cheeseburger inside. You got dragon sauce and even some local pickles too. So we're gonna go ahead and dig in here. I'm gonna get a little bit of the dragon sauce, put this in my mouth here, and then I'll grab a pickle. All right, so let's dig in. This is delicious. The cheese is very rich and the dragon sauce is quite spicy. Pickle's not bad too with that. I'm not a pickle fan, but it blends well with the spring rolls. These are delicious. All right, time for part two. So got their pork dumplings. Got pork and cabbage inside. Also some black vinegar sauce along with it too. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to dig in here. This is fantastic. The pork is cooked very well. Of course, that black vinegar sauce gives us some extra flavor to us. These are really good. It's like I could just eat these small plates, like phenomenal dumplings. Oh yeah. That was quite good, I have to say. As a matter of fact, because I was still a little hungry after that, I ended up getting more of the cheeseburger spring rolls after I stopped filming because they were that good. But you gotta be careful with the small plates though, because they do add up in price, so it can get a little pricey if you have a lot of those. So it's like if you want to have like a complete meal, almost be better off getting like just a large plate where they got different things like lo mein and I think it's all like almond chicken, sesame chicken, different things like that. So there's many great options, but the Peterboro, amazing Chinese food here in Detroit's Midtown. All right, so we got a few more restaurants to cover, so don't go anywhere. And we've made it here to Mexicantown here in Southwest Detroit. And here you have all kinds of amazing Mexican restaurants over on Verner Highway and of course over here on Bagley. Although we're taking on a side street right off Bagley, but anyway, there is a fantastic place which has just opened back up in a permanent location. We're here to check out Taqueria El Rey. It is a famous taco place or Mexican restaurant here in Southwest Detroit. They used to be located off Verner Highway, but unfortunately they had a devastating fire about 2 or 3 years ago, and they're operating just out of a taco truck or a food truck for a couple years or so. I think they might still do that on occasion, but they finally opened up a permanent location here off Bagley. And the entrance is just right off the side, and yeah, they still got the old sign up for El Zocalo, which is the restaurant that was in before it. So don't let that fool you if it's still up before they put the new sign up, but it just opened here in the new locations. All right, so I think I've talked long enough. Let's go get inside and get some tacos. All right, we finally made it. I've been wanting to come here forever now that they have a new permanent location. So a nice interior in here, I have to say. Lots of tables. Of course, there's a bar area. All right, so I had to get their tacos here. So I got 3 tacos with corn tortillas, 1 carnitas, 1 pastor, 1 chicken, instead of rice and beans. It also comes with a complimentary basket of chips and salsa too, which had that off camera. It was spicy and very good, I have to say. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and dig into one of these carnitas tacos here, or this carnitas taco. All right, so they even give you some salsas too, but this looks too good to not even put any on. Now I know why these are famous. These are phenomenal. Packed full of flavor. They're absolutely delicious. So glad they're finally open. Now you have to come here to eat them. Wow, that was incredible. Those, I would have to say, they're the best tacos I've had in all of the state of Michigan. It's like not just here in Detroit, but all of Michigan. There's some fantastic places I've been to, but this one ranks at the best for me. And my favorite of the 3 tacos I had were the carnitas. They were very flavorful. Almost need to go back just to get carnitas tacos. They were fantastic. So glad Taqueria El Rey finally has a permanent location again, and you bet I'll be back. So yeah, definitely check out Taqueria El Rey here in Southwest Detroit's Mexicantown. Like, it is to die for. It's amazing. All right, so we got some more food coming up. So for the next restaurant here in Detroit, we're gonna head outside the general downtown core, like downtown, Corktown, Midtown, like out of that area. There's a restaurant I covered once before, but I want to show it again because you have to check it out this upcoming year. So stay tuned. All right, we are in the west side of Detroit, over in the Brightmoor neighborhood, and this time we're going to be checking out a restaurant outside the main downtown core. So we're going to be returning to a classic, which I featured in 2023 in my Foods of the Detroit video. We're going to be checking out Simpson's Fish and Chips, which is a legendary spot serving amazing fish and chips since 1950. People from all over Metro Detroit come here for some of the best fish and chips in all the area. But yeah, it was so good that I wanted to feature it in a restaurant tour like this one, because this is one restaurant you do have to check out in Detroit. 2 words of caution though. The first is that you do pretty much have to either drive here or use like rideshare like Uber or Lyft. There's no public, I don't think there's really any public transportation over here. And the second thing is that it is cash only. So make sure you have some cash on hand when coming here. All right, let's head inside. It is great to be back and time to get some fish and chips. Very nice interior in here. Absolutely love it. And of course, they're famous for their fish and chips, so that's exactly what I got. They're famous fish and chips, 3-piece cod with some coleslaw, or the Scottman Classic, and of course, some hand-cut fries. So let the fish cool down a little bit and have some of the coleslaw.
It's at Salem, for the Salem High School, or the Salem High School.
Not too bad, I have to say. For the coleslaw, it's probably not my favorite coleslaw, but still good though.
Combo for you, right, honey? Yeah. If it's chicken strips, you need ranch or barbecue or both.
And of course, their fries are pretty good too. Although I probably need a little bit of ketchup though. Much better. All right, so let's dig into the fish. Ooh, oh, hot. Now this is good. The batter is very flavorful. Very good batter. This fish is really good. Nice and flavorful. It's not tough or anything. It's cooked perfectly. It's like you don't come here for the coleslaw, you come here for the fish. The fish is why this place is so famous, because this stuff is still good since 1950. Amazing fish. That fish was amazing, just as good as it was a year and a half ago when I was last here. So yeah, the coleslaw was just all right. Didn't really care for it a whole lot. The fries weren't too bad either. They're better with ketchup, but they're better than fries I've had at other places like Coney Islands. But the fish though, amazing. It's been a while since I've had really good fish and chips. And the ones at Scotty Simpson's do not disappoint. It's like when it comes to Scotty Simpson's fish and chips, you go for the fish, not for the coleslaw. Because the fish was amazing. It was a little greasy, I will admit, but it was very flavorful. I enjoyed it. So we're looking for some great fish and chips here in Detroit. Check out Scotty Simpson's. And also there is parking available on the other side of Dolphin Street over here. There's a lot over here. And then there's also additional parking even further that way. And of course you can park on the road too. All right, so we're gonna head into downtown Detroit to head to our last restaurant in this restaurant tour. Some restaurants you have to check out this year in Detroit. So let's head to downtown. And to conclude our food tour for restaurants you have to check out in Detroit this year, we are here in downtown Detroit, and we're going to conclude by checking out Mootz Pizzeria and Bar. It is a fantastic place to go where you can get some amazing pizza. As a matter of fact, it's even located next to another great restaurant I've been to, Vicente Cuban Cuisine. I remember going there a year or two ago for some great Cuban food. So it's great to be back over here on Library Street, and we're going to head across the street and we're gonna get some amazing pizza to conclude this food tour. So let's head in. All right, so being inside and love the interior in here. It's very roomy. Yeah, love the vibes in here. But I changed my mind. I'm not gonna get pizza this time. The reason why, two things. One, it's not Detroit style pizza, it's New York style pizza. Nothing against it. It's fantastic pizza, by the way. And I've heard that their pizza here is phenomenal, but I was kind of talked into getting something a little bit different today. So when I start, but we're gonna have their Mootz cheese bread, which looks absolutely fantastic. It's one of their stapleties here. There's cheese bread, and of course even comes with a side of their New York pizza sauce and also ranch. And I decided to get one of their salads too, because I need something more than just bread. So I got like an Italian chopped salad with a bunch of different Italian meats on it. There are mozzarella, tomatoes, chickpeas. Looks fantastic. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig into the salad very carefully here. Quite fresh and delicious, and yeah, having all the Italian meats on it makes it even better. All right, so we're gonna try some of this cheese bread. I'm gonna try it without the sauce though. This is amazing. Fresh cheeses, of course with their fresh mozzarella. Fantastic. Can even dip in some of the sauce too. Top notch, my friends. That cheese bread was amazing. So glad I was talked into that, because I was originally tempting to get pizza, but as soon as my server told me about the cheese bread and how famous it was, I can understand why, because it was really good. Lots of great cheese on that, and that salad was really good too. Figure I get something healthy along with the cheese bread, because after all, I need some vegetables. But yeah, fantastic restaurant. Yeah, definitely check out Mootz Pizzeria and Bar here in downtown Detroit. And yeah, very friendly service in there. Yeah, the server I had, Sasha, she was phenomenal. All right, let's go somewhere a little bit quieter. When it comes to amazing and awesome food, Detroit is a champion, just like the Detroit Lions, a championship-worthy football team. And you can even consider them to be America's team now, because they're just that awesome. So I figure you might as well conclude this video over by Ford Field, where the Detroit Lions play. But yep, so I just showed you 5 amazing restaurants in Detroit you have to check out in 2025, or even beyond 2025 as well. Because there are some fantastic restaurants all throughout the city, whether it's here in downtown, Midtown, Corktown, Southwest Detroit, or even going to some of the outer areas too. You'll find some amazing food spots, and Detroit deserves to be on a pedestal with some of the other reigning champions of food when it comes to foodie cities in the United States. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this food tour here in Detroit, Michigan. Restaurants you have to check out here in 2025 and beyond. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, saying out here from Detroit, Michigan. Go Lions!